So today's the last day of my 5-day bike ride. Day 5, headed from Amherst, Wisconsin, back to New London where I started. 200 and some miles round trip. I don't remember the exact number, but I know it's over 200 miles. It's about 9:30 in the morning, 9:34, and Saturday morning, September 16th. A little cool, it's in the 50s. I think it was like 48 this morning when I woke up. And sun shining. When I woke up it was cloudy, but sun's coming out. Short ride today, not far. I kind of like having less miles. It gives me more time to enjoy the morning. And yesterday I did some fishing after I got into camp. Brought my fishing pole and rod and my reel. A couple lures. Didn't catch anything, but you know, it's a lot of fun. This part of the Tomorrow River Trail, that's what I'm on right now, the Tomorrow River Trail. It's a state trail, pretty well maintained. They call it a crushed limestone. So it packs down really nice, and every once in a while you hit a patch where it's kind of soft, but for the most part it packs down pretty nice. I do lose a little traction, so my speed is a little reduced than normal. Right now I'm going 12.5 miles an hour, and that's only because there's a slight downhill grade, very slight. You can't really notice it, perception, you know, with your eyes, but I can tell by how much effort I'm putting into the pedals and my speed. I can tell that it's, whether it's sloping up or sloping down. Right now it's probably flat, pretty flat. My speed's about 11 miles an hour now, so I lost some speed. Might even be going up now. Now I've only got 9 miles an hour. Like I said, that's how you tell. Can't really tell with your eyes. I mean, very slight. You can, you know, oh, looks like I might be going up, but from the effort that I have to put in to pedaling and look at my speedometer, see how fast I'm going. That pretty much tells me whether it's a uphill slope or downhill slope. Now, you can't really call them hills, you know, it's just a long grade. Most of it's relatively flat. Well, it's all flat. There's no hills, you know. It's an old railroad route. Rails and trails. So, you know, it's going to be flat. But there are rises and falls along the route. So they have Scandinavia one way and Wapaka the other way. I don't know if you can see the sign. So I'm still in Portage County, but I'm coming up to Wapaka County. And as I live in Wapaka County. Well, I'm living in Wapaka County right now. We're still looking for a house. If you know where there's a good house for sale in Wisconsin in Wapaka County, let me know. We've been house hunting. Oh, look at this. Tree fell down right in the middle of the trail. Fortunately, it looks like I can easily get over it. Okay. One tire. And 2 tires. Back's a little bit heavier. That's all loaded down with all my camping gear. So I rode almost 200 miles on trails. The first one was the Newton Seymour Trail going to Green Bay, from New London to Green Bay. And then the second trail was the Mountain Bay Trail from Green Bay to Wausau. And then today, the Tamar River Trail. And that was the first obstacle. If that tree would have been bigger and a lot more branches, I would have had to clear the branches or something, break the branches, I don't know. That would have been a lot of work, clearing the trail to get through. I'm sure somebody will come by, and you know, they have these little associations, Tomorrow River Trail Association or Friends of the Tomorrow River Trail, whatever, you know, all these trails are maintained, most of them by volunteers. this is a state trail, so the state is the ultimate one that's responsible, but they have volunteers that clean up the trail and check things out. They can report to the state, we got a problem. But I think the local people who use the trail, somebody will come back here with a four-wheeler and chainsaw, cut up that tree and get it out of the way. Yeah, it might even get to it later today. Today's Saturday, so people have the day off. And if somebody comes this way that's part of that trail association, they'll call their buddies, hey, we gotta clear the trail. Tree down in the middle of the trail. Time to get to work. I'm thinking about joining, meet people, volunteer, help. I remember a friend of mine, John Soul. John, you probably ain't listening to this recording or this video, probably not watching it, but you came out when I rode my bike across country. You came out and met me, and we rode back together 2 days. We rode together on the way back, and you're a great guy, John. But I remember meeting you up in the South Mountain Reservation one time, and you were working with the South Mountain Reservation Association, Volunteer Association, and you were moving boulders off the trail. I wasn't on a trail, but I met you on the road next to the trail, and there you were, working away, volunteering your time. And that was always impressed me, that you would do something like that. Not that I didn't think you were that kind of guy, but to see you in action. And I remember another time you were going north on Pleasant Valley Way, and I was going south to the swamp, to Mendham, the Great Swamp, and then to Mendham, New Jersey. And we talked and said hello, and we parted ways. And then the next thing I know, you're coming back up behind me. You turned around and came and joined me, and we rode together for about 50 miles. You showed me a new route out of Mendham. So anyways, I'm thinking about maybe joining one of these, either the Newton Blackmore Trail or the Tomorrow River Trail Association. Here's a sign, Scandinavia, 5 miles. You can get gas and food there. Now, why would somebody on a trail like this, which is, walking trail, bike riding trail, some of the trails I've been on, they have horses. I didn't see any horses. I saw the evidence of horses. You know what I'm talking about. You got to dodge that evidence that the horses so happily leave behind in the trail. You don't want to go through that. You want to go around it. So yeah, walking, hiking, cycling. Some people call it biking, I call it cycling. Because otherwise you might get confused with being a Hell's Angel motorcycle rider. Those are the bikers. I'm not a biker, I'm a cyclist. And horse riding on the trails. So walking, hiking, cycling, horseback riding. Some kind of bird up here in the trail. What is it? Look like a quail. Quail or a partridge. I don't know enough about the difference. I don't know if you saw it on the camera. He stayed right there until I was on top of him. But why would you need gas if you're on this kind of trail? Well, because in the wintertime, they use it for snowmobiling. So if you're on your snowmobile and it's like, oh man, I'm running on empty. There we go, leaving Portage County. Welcome to Wapaka County. So this is the county I live in. So I'm getting closer to home. But you look, you're riding your snowmobile out in the middle of nowhere. Man, I'm running on fumes. My gas tank is almost empty. Then you see that sign, gas. You can get gas. You can fuel up in Scandinavia. Just got to make 5 more miles. Hope you can get there. Up here in the North Country, it could be 10 degrees, 20 degrees below zero. Of course, you're going to be all, you're going to have your snow pants on and your snow boots and a nice winter jacket for being outside when it's below zero. But who wants to walk 5 miles to get to the gas station? So make sure if you're on the snowmobile, you always, I'm good, I got half a tank left. And then when you get to Scandinavia, you top it off so you can make it back to wherever you're going. A lot of these people that ride the snowmobiles, the main attraction is not riding the snowmobile through the woods on a nice groomed trail. The main attraction is the bars. They love going to the bars. They go from one bar to the next. On their snowmobiles. All along the trail, they always tell you, oh, the J&G bar, turn left. Or the Swamp bar, turn right. They're all swamp bars if you ask me. I go inside bars a lot here in Wisconsin, not to drink. I don't drink. Pastor Steve doesn't drink. I stopped drinking in 1978 when I became a Christian. My last drop of alcohol was October 31st, 1978. So I don't drink when I go into these bars. I get something to eat. And you know, when you go inside, nice and sunny outside, sunshine, and you go in, it's like you're going into a cave. I mean, it is so dark in there. It's like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how dark they have it in those bars. For what? It's like broadcasting, you are now coming into darkness. Be prepared. Be prepared for more darkness. I don't know, I don't get it. I guess if they had bright lights, maybe, I don't know. The Bible tells us to come out of the darkness and come into the light. Some people walking the trail up here. Every once in a while I see somebody. Morning. They were friendly. Believe it or not, sometimes I pass people and I'll say hello and they don't say anything. I don't know. I guess maybe seeing some guy all in goofy bike clothes, you know, the cycling clothes. They are a little goofy looking to the average individual. I never really cared much about how goofy I looked. You know, growing up, my little brother and sister, they used to make fun of me all the time. You know how brothers and sisters are. So you just get used to it. Somebody thinks you're goofy, that's okay. I don't care. So they're on the trail and they see some guy, cycling clothes, helmet, bike helmet, and packed up with all this camping gear on his bike. So I don't know, or maybe because they're in the middle of nowhere and they see some stranger, maybe they're afraid. I don't know. Of course, I do have a long beard and my hair's kind of scraggly. Maybe I look scary to them, so they don't say hi.